All right, Scott, this is it. The time of the show where we get the questions answered.
That's right.
By one of the best. Jacoby Meyers, injury lawyers, and we're bringing in Michael Akiva because he has all the answers. Justice matters. Good to see you, Michael. How are you?
Good to see you, too. I'm doing great. How are you?
Awesome. We're doing great. All right, so in this segment, we like to take, questions from viewers. We've got a few that have come in. All right, we've got one that just came in right now, too, and we'll start with this one. Can I file a personal injury claim if I was injured while using public transportation?
On a bus.
Yes, you can. So a lot of it depends on how the accident happened. Who's at fault? Did the bus rear end a car? Did the bus hit a car, doing something incorrectly? Or was the car that it hit, or if there even was another car involved, was the car that hit the other car doing something incorrectly? So a lot of it depends on the facts, who you can go after. A lot of times what will happen is bus drivers might take off a little too suddenly after one of the passengers gets on the bus, and they might fall or something like that. Again, very fact specific. The one thing I would recommend to all your viewers, anytime something happens on public transportation, the biggest question that comes up is, how can we prove that you're actually on there? On that public transportation, whether it's a bus or a train, doesn't matter. So that's the biggest question. So if you can save receipts, if you can save like some sort of, like let's say you swiped your credit card or something like that, so showing that you were on the bus at that moment in time when that incident happened is really going to be the key determining factor. Any type of pictures you can take will also be very helpful. But the short answer is yes, you can pursue a claim. A lot of it now just depends on the universe of facts that could potentially arise.
Yeah, it's so smart. Were you even on the bus, sir?
Yeah, exactly.
Were you on the bus?
Right. Start with that one first off.
I love it.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. All right, Michael Akiva, I'm going to go rogue here for a second. I hope you're okay with this.
You're going rogue.
All right, we have questions from people, but I got to ask one. All right, let me set up a hypothetical. I have a friend of a friend that I'm in a car with them, and turns out the friend of the friend, awful driver, right? Terrible. Like, Gary's a great driver. This is like the bottom of the barrel driver. Not good at all. We get in an accident. What do I do, Michael Akiva? What do I do?
Choose better friends, maybe start? I don't know.
Exactly.
I mean, there's really no difference between friend of friend and stranger. So the question becomes, do you want to pursue a claim if you're injured? Now, if you're in a car and the car that you were a passenger in was at fault, you can go after the driver of the vehicle. Now, keep in mind that might strain your relationship with the driver of the vehicle. So if there's this friend of friend, maybe not a big deal, but imagine you're in your friend's car. What do? Do you make that claim against their insurance company or not? And that's really a personal decision. I mean, I don't know what the quote unquote right answer is, but certainly understanding your rights is important. So from a rights perspective, you have every right to pursue the driver of the vehicle, of a vehicle that was at fault for an accident. So if you happen to be the passenger, you can go after them. On top of that, you might have your own protections. If you have your own car insurance, through your own car insurance, you may also have additional protections, either underinsured motorist protection, uninsured motorist protection, or MedPay coverage that could also protect you in these situations. Best thing to do would probably be to get some advice from an attorney, and then you can decide what to do from there.
Yeah, that's why you call Michael on that one, too.
For sure.
That's an interesting one, by the way.
Right?
Like, hey, but you're a bad driver. You just messed that up,
And like, if you had a personal connection, like that's such good feedback. Like, you have to decide, like, what's important and what's not.
I love that. That's
Choose
amazing.
better friends. That's what I took from that.
That's what he said. Yeah, just choose a better friend. I like that one. That's the best way to do that, too. All right, hey, I love this whole questions. And if you want to submit some questions, QR codes, that's how you go ahead and do it.
That's right.
Michael, thanks so much. Appreciate it. Let's do this again. I keep wanting to ask more questions.
I know.
That's what I want to do.
So many more. Michael, appreciate you. That was Justice Matters with Jacoby Meyers. We'll see you next time right here on Studio 40 Live. There's a little information. Like Gary said, that QR code, rockin' and rollin', JacobyandMyers.com. Get those questions in. Michael will answer them.